They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now back to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Express marching right down the field on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touch, taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Three and a half to go, first quarter. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Jones. Touchdown! Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one complete to Doolin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're going to look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal. So now it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Touchdown! George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Express have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw here. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the 44, Jones. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The 3 safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off play action. Jones. And he will find his man Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Williams brings it in. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 6. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A short kick taken at the 18. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. They run it again with Kamara. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A give. This is Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it third and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead. This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A short kick taken at the 18. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. And what a big-time play there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Express have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Again, it's Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's Jones on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On second down, a run with Gibson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for Washington, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on